Alright guys, how's it going? So what I'm going to do here is just a quick little kind of tutorial almost about Warthunder and what planes you can expect to see in game and which ones are good, which ones are bad, which ones I like, which ones are, mediocre, and basically just outline all the game modes and everything for you guys, just trying to give you an understanding of, when you hop into it, it can get a bit confusing with everything. Anyway, let's just go ahead and start off with the basics. Up here you've got your silver lines, your golden eagles, your medals, your total planes, and whether you are premium or not. As you can see, I am premium. Premium gets you, apparently it gets you 200% experience and 150% lines. You can actually play, without paying for premium up until about, I'd say level 10. After that, it gets a little bit difficult. You can't actually make money. You start losing money if you lose, basically, and you can lose a lot fast, which is why I'm at 126,000, because I was losing. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, what was I going to say? I can't remember. Anyway, this appears your pilot rank. It is actually tied into not your nation's ranks, but your total rank. So every game you get experience. It all goes into your pilot experience ranking level. So I'm level 15, but as you can see, I'm only level 11 in Russia, level 10 in Japan, level 7 in Britain. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you here the research page, right? As you see up here, this is where you check what ranking you are. Like, if you want to see how much more you have to go, 290,000, 114,000 done total. And so it'll hit 290,000, it'll bump over to level 7, and then it'll go up to probably 500 and something. The levels getting from 1 to 6 is actually fairly fast. 1 to 6 is really easy to get to. That's why I've got most of mine at 6 or above, because you can probably get to level 6 in a couple days. Getting to level 10 is much more of an investment, a lot longer time to take, and then obviously anywhere higher than 10 is pretty rough. So anyway, there's 3 different game modes. You've got your arcade battles, your historical battles, and your full real battles. So the full real battles, you only have Germany versus Russia. They're planning on expanding it, obviously. It's really tough. You kind of have to have a joystick and a setup to do everything correctly, because you're going to have to be using your rudder, your elevators, everything. Historical battle I actually kind of enjoy. You can only fly one plane. You get one plane to start, and you start off on the ground. You have to take off. Every time you run out of ammo or weapons, you have to go back and reload. Like a lot of times, you want to fly something with a lot of ammo, like your main guns, or with a lot of bombs, depending. Arcade battles, entirely different. You start off in the air flying bombers and fighters different places. It kind of helps you when you fly, and when you run out of ammo, it's a couple seconds, reload, cannons are 30 seconds, machine guns are 15, and bombs are usually a minute 30 if you're flying a bomber. You do have tactical fighters which will have bombs on them. For instance, the Nikja has 500 kilogram bombs, and you drop those bombs and it'll be usually 5 minutes or 450 minutes to reload those. Same thing with rockets, stuff like that. As you can see, if we just look around the research tabs, there's a huge selection of planes, especially for some of the other countries. These little boxes here, they're actually stacked planes, so you only need to buy the first one to get to the next one in the line. Like, you only buy the year 2 to get to 2-2, but you can buy the rest of these, and what that does is it opens up more chances for different armaments, different bomb setups, different speeds. And if you look right here on this page, I can't move my mouse over, but see that 0 out of 301 or 3,010,000? That's your max experience you can get with that plane. You get full experience rewards from this plane until you hit that 3,010,000 mark, and after that you only get 10% of the total experience that you would normally be getting, which is pretty huge. So eventually, if you run out of experience on some of the planes, like I have actually done that. I think they messed with the plane tags a while ago, so all mine got reset. But like with the X6K, I've run that out before, and I basically had to stop using it. I had to move on because there was no point. I wasn't making any experience with it. Obviously, if you have a plane and you enjoy flying it, keep on flying it. You know, you're here to have fun. But if you're looking to level up, wow, you're not going to get it by flying planes that have already been maxed out. As you can see over here in the right column over here, these are all your kind of premium planes. You have to spend golden eagles to buy them. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention, premium is really cheap. It's like $8 for a month, which is basically half the cost of pretty much any other game out there. And if you do decide to pick up Lions or buy a premium account or anything, I would highly recommend that you pick up one of these packs, because you get a free plane, you get 15 days free, and you basically get another 30 days, or you know, half a day. As you can see, I picked up quite a bit of them, because they do give you a free plane, free 15 days, and gold. Like this door starter kit, the F-190 D13 it's a really good plane. Anyway, so yeah, these are all your premium planes. They usually have a bonus to the reward. You can fly them right away. You have to buy the planes, but you can fly them right away. And typically they're pretty good. They're above and beyond. Like, you know, Weirway has cannon or Vickers on it, and some of them are really fun. Like the German D13 is FW D13 is really good from what I understand. I haven't actually used it yet. So let me explain how this works. Right, you research something with golden lions. So I've got this Junkers right here that I can research. I'm going to go ahead and order it, and it'll cost me 30,000 golden lions. Process, done. And then what it'll do, it will ask you what crew you want to train, and the train on the crew costs 6,100. And then once you train that crew, you can use that crew with that plane in any fight. If you can't use it, you'd have to retrain another crew. Like each one of these slots is a crew, quote unquote. So if I wanted to use Junkers 87D5 on this one, I could train it. But if I decided to switch this back to Junkers 88 and I wanted to use it in place of the S79, I would have to retrain this crew for the Junkers. So that's interesting. And then, of course, there are crew skills. You get crew experience points for killing things in game, the more you play. And the qualification system is interesting. So basically, based on what crew level you have, you can unlock experience levels. When they unlock, you pay golden mines to get into them. Let me see if I have one. I think the Bowfighter. Actually, I probably already bought it. So upgrade qualification. So I could get this to expert for A675 for 300,000 golden mine, and what that would do is it would boost up A6M2. I think that's that. Yeah, so it gives you plus 30 to key vision, visibility, fire accuracy, fire precision for your gunners, and then repair speed and reload speed. The reload speed is a big one. I would highly suggest getting this to 10 as soon as possible. That lowers the amount of time it takes to reload cannons, machine guns, and ground bombs, which is huge. The faster cannons, especially, the faster you reload cannons, the happier you're going to be. To get crew level up high fast, what you need to do is you need to spread out your points, because as you can see, they get more expensive. Like this started out as 1 point and got up to 20 rather fast. So you just need to go through every page. Just add them in. You know, even if it doesn't have any gunners on there, these 3 skills pretty cheap. I would still put them in there. But definitely reload speed's pretty big. The repair speed, it's not. You don't repair while air. You have to land at an airfield to repair. And every map now has an airfield. It didn't used to, but it does now. You just land. A little timer will show up on the bottom left. Usually counts down from like 30 seconds. I think it starts out at. This speed decreases the amount of time that takes. Gunners. So for bombers, the Key 49, 6 gunners on it. If you don't have 6 experienced gunners, it lowers your skill increases from these 5 skills. And the number of experienced gunners is very expensive. 600 crew skills is very expensive. These 4 points probably were around 1,000 crew skill points. That's one of the reasons why it's a good idea to use a bomber and then switch it to a high fighter that you want to use later, because you can get your crew skill up real fast using bombing, and then just switch it to a fighter and put all the points into something else, and you get your qualification up. I would highly recommend getting your qualification up if you can afford it, because it does do significant improvement. Accelerator trading, I've never used it. You use golden eagles to buy crew skills. I wouldn't bother doing that. just because I'm a miser. I don't have that much money. Anyway, let me just go over some of the good planes here. This entire line, the thing about the United States is they all carry bombs, which is amazing, because bombing will get you experience. The Catalinas are huge. 4 1,000-pound bombs. That's a ton. You can drop insane amounts on everything. That's 4 destroyers kills. That's great. The SBDs, you know, 1,000-pound bomb and 200-pound bombs. That's not bad for what it does. The P-47D, this bad boy, 2,000 pounds, 1,500, 10 rockets. You can kill ships and ground targets with rockets if you hit correctly. Ground targets definitely. Destroyers usually take a couple. For destroyers, aim for the middle of it, in between the 2 smokestacks. You'll get a kill. The B-17s are well renowned. The A-20G, pretty good. It comes with 400 or 500 pounds, which are good, and 6 50 cal, which work well. But this entire line in here will probably not do you wrong. They're decent dogfighters. I like the F6Fs and the F4Fs and the F4AUs, but I haven't really been impressed with them, I should say. The main contenders for this for the US are this line right here, the B-17s, the A-20, and the Catalinas, because Catalinas just rake-in experience. German planes, whew, Germans. S-79s are surprisingly good. They're really fast. I would definitely fly them. The MC series, not a big fan. This bottom H-112 B TAC 0 comes with 220mm. It's surprisingly good. It doesn't pull up very strongly, but it's a decent dogfighter if you just stay on the same level. Germany gets really good with the BFs. At level 6. The BF-109 all the way down. All these BOFs are just ridiculous, as are the FWs, although I haven't tried them. I have heard they're amazing. The TA, I've heard, is weak. Not worth it, perhaps. But the ME-163s and 262s are ridiculous. Scorch has a 16-to-1 kill ratio with the damn things. Fucker. The M410s, great boom zooms. I've heard the first one's lackluster. The rest of them, though, are solid. I especially love the BF-110. I think I've got a video with it, but I literally just shoot shit down. They come at me and I just spray them down and they're dead. It's pretty funny to me. The Junkers, I want to like them. I don't really. Once you get up to this one right here with the 37mm, I'm really hoping it's going to be good, because 37mm on the Russian planes are amazing. So 12 rounds. You got to be careful with what you shoot, but whatever you shoot is probably going to be dead. The Junkers, they carry bombs. It's a light load for bombers, but it's not bad. And like I said, D-13 was apparently pretty good. And I've seen a lot of LA-5FNs. I'm not big on it, but I've heard they're really good. I use them, but I haven't really gotten into Russians, because frankly, I have a Russian bias. It's true. Russians, level 11, technically my highest level. Frankly, I played Russians hoping it would get better. I started playing them when they were bad. Nobody liked them, and so I fly planes nobody likes, basically. That's why my Japanese and Russian are so high. They're pretty much flavor of the month now. Ask Scourge. Anyway, they're pretty lackluster starting off, like until you get to level 7, and you get the IL-2. This IL-2, it's not bad. The one thing that Russia has going for them, they have good bomb loads. The PE series, the SP series, all have good bomb loads. Yours are decent. You know, 2 1000s, 4 500s. That's actually pretty good. The IL-2 actually is pretty nice. You know, you can get 4 100s, 8 rockets, and the nice thing, 2 cannons and 2 machine guns. Anything goes. Never go face to face with an IL-2. If you're in an enemy plane, or you're going after an IL-2, don't go front to front on any of this line, because they will shred you. They put out so many rounds that fire so fast you don't even have a second. The Light GG is the first dogfighter you get for the Russians. Not a big fan. It can do damage, but it's I'm not big on it. The I-16 is actually really good if you can fly it right. I've always found it to be a bit squirrely with mouse control, but I've heard with a joystick it's really good, and I've seen some really good I-16 pilots. You really start getting good up here in the Yaks. The Yak 7B, the Yak 1B though, oh no, well, yeah, that's alright. The Yak 9T, 37mm right there. That thing shreds. That's what it sounds like. It just kills everything. Yak 3, it's alright. I actually prefer the Yak 9T to Yak 3. The LAF 5N, I have heard great things about it. Scorch likes it. I'm okay with it, but I really don't do all that good in it. I find that I don't know why, I'm not big on it. People think it's overpowered. I am out on that. It's a really good dogfighter. Actually, all these have really good turning. They're kind of a little bit better than the Spitfires, which used to be the premium. The LA7 kind of like an LA5, from what I understand. I don't know anything about the MiGs yet. With these, okay, so for a long time, Britain was the flavor of the month, primarily because of this line right here, the Spitfires. These Spitfires are ridiculous. At level 4 you get 8 7.5s, but at level 6 you start getting cannons. The Typhoon I actually like. The Typhoons are good planes with solid ammo and bomb loadout. The Hurricanes are actually surprisingly nimble, especially this first one. Hurricane 1 pretty much outturns everything in my experience. But the Spitfires are excellent dogfighters, which is why everyone was flying, because they get you down to everything. And they're pretty robust. But 12, 50 cals is awesome. I would highly recommend any of the Spitfires or Hurricanes or Typhoon. The other thing that is nice about the British are their bombers. Especially, alright, so everything from the Wellington down has a great bomb load. 18 250-pound bombs. Like a 4,000-pound bomb, that's ridiculous. That's carriers and battleships right there. So all these Wellingtons are great. The Bullfighter MK6C and the Bullfighter 10 are my babies. These things are boom and zoomers. They work amazing. I'll upload a video about them later this week. I flew one mission in a Bullfighter MK10, lasted the entire mission, killed a fairly decent amount. But what really makes it stand out is the 4 cannons and 6 machine guns. 4 20mm with 1,000 ammo. You don't run out of ammo. You just don't. You can, but you don't. For both of them. 4 cannons, you know. Oh, I can buy air resistance. Why did I not know that? So yeah, modifications. So obviously the weapon tabs right here. You can pick which weapon loadout you want to use. Just select it. It'll usually bring it up in game. Check before you click select that the correct weapon is picked. Because sometimes it won't quite work right. It's still teething. The modifications are kind of new. You can add a new engine, new air resistance. This is all based on experience level. If you have enough experience, you can put this in. Talisman is new. You can get 100% experience for flying this craft for 640 lions. The thing to think about though, 640 lions, that's for a level 5. If you go up to a Wellington, 1,200. And 1,200 is basically a gift plane. So it's expensive. I don't know if I'd recommend it, honestly. But back to what I was going to. The Bullfighter MK2 and MK10, they shred shit. You never go head-to-head with Bullfighter MK10. These things, these two right here, heavy attack fighters, are what attack other bombers, like B-17s. They're one of the few things that can take them down reliably without dying themselves to the B-17's turrets. Because the turrets on B-17s are assholes. They shoot you down instantly. Especially in the tail chase. And finally, my favorite, the Japanese. I am a Japanese lover. In closed beta, nobody was flying Japan. Japan was considered one of the worst, with Russia was kind of middling. So I was like, well, fuck that, I'm going to fly Japan. So I flew Japan, and I pretty much turned the entire thing around. Apparently nobody realized it, but after you get past the key, if you get it to the A6M2, or the keys, even the A6M2N, they're all amazing dogfighters, except for the Nix. Ignore the Nix. The A6M5, the A6M3, the A6M3, the M6M2, they're great. They can outturn everything, including Spitfires. These are your premium dogfighters. You can kill everything, period. See how the A6M3 has only 1,000? It's because they reset it. They messed with the tiering system. That's why I have the two Nicks, because they're level 15 now. They were level 10, and that's why I stopped playing Japan, was because it was level 10 to level 17 to get to the key 200. It wasn't worth it. I personally don't think these are level 14 or level 15. That's the downside to the Japanese planes. They shoot amazingly. They're a bit fragile. And that being said, it's surprisingly easy just not to get hit. The reason I don't have the Nyx picked right now is because they're a bit expensive out there, and frankly, while I can do amazing things with them, I can do amazing things with the A6M5 and the A6M3 as well. They are awesome, as is Git playing. The H6K, this bad boy is what you should be flying if you're bombing in Japan. 2 1,000-pound bombs, 5 turrets. The thing is impossible to kill pretty much. The B5N isn't bad. I don't really like it. Torpedoes actually work surprisingly well. I suggest you try it. Just get low enough, drop them, and it'll probably kill the destroyer as long as you aim ahead of it far enough. The D3A1 is crap. I don't think I ever used it. I went straight to the HK because getting to level 3 is nothing. The G4, actually I like the G4. It was good. It's fast, it dropped a decent load, and it held up pretty well to enemy fighters. Key-49 was I wasn't big on any of them. Obviously I have the Key-49 left because we got it selected, but you know, 1,000-pound bomb, that's the main drawback of flying Japan. They have no real bombers. The keys, these are touch and go. The first 2 keys are, as you can see, 50 cal keys. I'm not that big on them. The Key 61, on the other hand, 20mm, that's pretty good. The problem with the keys, though, you make a turn, they lose speed pretty badly. I don't think it's really accurate. They go from 500 to 200 in a turn, which means you outturn everyone, which is nice. But at the same time, if they pull out and go straight, you're going to be left way behind in the dust. It doesn't pick up speed fast enough. This A6M5 Co, great plane. It is great. It's probably one of the best Git planes, besides the Fokker 190 D3 in the Germany plane. So that's the research page. Obviously, you can check these out. Your first tab here is your hangar. That takes it to the screen right here. Shows kind of this test flight. To change your paint, this paint button right here. And obviously, it has different, basically overarching paint colors. And then if you select on it, you can add decals to it. And you have a certain number of decal slots. That's the other thing Premium does. It lets you put on 4 decals, not just 2, which isn't really that big to me. And it's got a little history page, which is actually pretty interesting if you're interested in World War II, which I assume you probably are. Yeah, like this key right now, I'm up to half of its total experience. That's the other thing. As you get higher and higher, because it's only level 7, it's only got a mil points, skill points, or experience that you can get in it. The Nyx have like 4 or 5 mil. So, and this is exponential. This will probably be 2 mil for level 11. Anyway, oh, and you can also pick auto repair and auto ammo, which is nice. That was one of the suggestions I added in closed beta. Well, myself and others, I was very happy to see it enabled. You can take planes on test flights. Not a bad idea. I've never actually bothered to do it. You can change that's how you change your aircraft. So if you want to, equip this plane, you can just click on it, or you can buy it. And then the view crew and the weapons. I think I don't like that paint job. Why would you do that? I changed it back to the other one. Because Manchuria is so much badasser. The other game mode is custom battles. So if you go to custom battles, you can join friends battles. I don't really use it, but hey, whatever. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Oh yeah, leaderboard. You can find yourself on that. Oof, out 120,000. It's because I haven't really been playing lately. Thanks, internet. You suck. Encyclopedia, I believe, is just kind of. Oh, it's like a help menu for everything. Yeah, you can do all these. I probably do. I just don't know what to call them. And then replays. So it'll automatically save 10 replays. You can open a bump. If you want to save one, you need to get in here and rename the file if you want it. Otherwise, it'll overwrite it after 10. And obviously, there was a save replay or view replay down here, and rename and delete an open folder. So I'm glad they got replays in. That's big for me. And then you can change all your controls on here. One thing I would suggest changing, I don't know if I can find it or if they removed it. There was an leave aircraft, shift Y. I changed this to shift Y. If you ever run into a situation where you are running out of gas and you try and land, go ahead and land. The way to get out of your plane is right here. So I think they also add an option if you press escape while in game, but if you want to do it fast before somebody drops some bombs on you, which is, you know, common, you know, that's how you do it. And apparently we're going to have turns, which will be awesome. And World War, oh, can't wait, can't wait. Historical campaign is exactly what it says. You can do missions, and honestly, you're going to make more experience just flying in a real fight. But, you know, it's fun, and you can do it with friends, I think. Oh yeah, you don't start with 5 planes. You start out with 3, and you can buy them for 50,000 or 10,000, and then 50,000 extra crude, and then you have to start using gold, or not gold, sorry, golden eagles. So 200. It's not bad. It's actually pretty reasonable. Basically, $10 is like 5 slots. Actually, I don't know if it increases from 200. I just assumed it didn't. So you guys will have to find that out. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it. Just a quick video, and if you notice no music in the background, you can thank me later. So, unlike my other guy videos, yeah, still sorry about that. Anyway, guys, fly safe, have fun. Cheers.